went to a saint and asked that how would be the people would be in the new village? Would I like them? So that man asked him, how were the people in your previous village? So that man replied, they were all very greedy, nasty, and they used to steal and cheat others for living. The saint replied, the people in the new village are all of that same category. The next day, another man came and asked the same question. That man asked him, how were the people in the town from which you come from? He replied, they were all very sweet, caring, honest, and cared for one another. That saint replied, they are exactly the same type of people that live in the new village. You see, in life, the life sees you back. What we see in other people, they also see the same in us. If we see good things in others, if we see love, compassion, the same others see in us. If we see greed, cheat, and unhonesty in others, the same they will see in us. So when we are working in a team, it's very important to take care of each other and have good feelings for one another. If we think the members are not working properly, they are not honest, don't communicate well with us, are not hardworking, they will think the same for us. So if we want to be successful as a team, we need to just look at the good qualities of others and negotiate the bad qualities, and they will also see the same, and that way we can be a great team together. Today is a very special meeting for us because the new executive committee would be installed by Kaushik Bhattacharya DTM towards the end of the meeting. And before that, we have many speeches, role players who would be performing today and would be entertaining us. So before that, I would like to take an introduction from the guests who are attending our meeting today. So starting with Suraj Dev, please share a brief introduction about yourself, how you got to know about our club, and your intent behind joining us today. Over to you, guest Suraj Dev.
Yeah, can you repeat?
Okay, so you can tell us how you got to know about our club and your intent behind joining us today.
So around 2 years back, I was in my college, and somewhere I got to know about the Toastmaster, and I was like, at that time, I was very enthusiastic to learn, especially improving my communication skills. So I just come to know. I don't know where, but I know. So I just went to the club of Toastmaster to attend the meeting as a guest, and from there I come to know about the Toastmaster club, and yeah, that's all.
That's great, guest Suraj, and hope you like our meeting today. Next, I would like to first of all request you all to please turn on your videos if network issue is not a concern. We would love to see you all. And I would request guest Kartikeya Bali to give his introduction. Guest Kartikeya Bali, are you there?
Hello, yes. Hello. Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, and we would love to see you if you can turn on your video.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that.
Okay, it's okay. You can just share your introduction.
Can you all see me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kartikeya. I am a second year student in Reality Evening College doing English honors. I got to know about Toastmaster from my cousin. So he told me to join it so that I can ace my public speaking skills and improve the language of English. So my main, what I want to be the takeaway from the club is to improve the language and to be more profound in it. So yeah.
That's great to hear. Yes, Kartik. Hope you enjoy today. Next, I would like to hear from guest Baldev Arora. He attended us last week also. So you may share a short introduction. You're on mute. We can't hear you. Yes, Baldev, you're on mute. Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Now you can hear me, you can see me or not?
Yes, we can hear you and see you.
Okay, all right, thank you. I am Baldeva Arora. I am guest here in this Toastmaster for the second time. Last Friday also, I attended this meeting as a guest, and probably I will be more active today's meeting as compared to last week meeting. I had joined originally Toastmasters in 2001. Now I wanted to come back again and experience digital teamwork and collaboration with all of you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, guest Toastmaster Baldev Arora. So today we also have Kevalian Mannat Kaur attending our meeting today. So if she wants, she can share her introduction, but I think we all know her. So Mannat, do you want to share your introduction? Okay, so I don't get a reply. So let's move forward. Now, I would like to call upon our Toastmaster of the day, which is the host for the meeting, Toastmaster Alok Kujur. He has brought a very beautiful theme for us, teamwork and collaboration. He is a brilliant chess player, an engineer, and works at DMRC. I'm sure he must be having great insights about teamwork, and I'm really looking forward to today's meeting. So over to you, Toastmaster Alok.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening, everyone. Today's theme is about teamwork and collaboration. I think the individual effort in whatever we do in life is basically a three-part process. It's our personality, life experiences, and our contextual knowledge. During my school days, I really hated group studies. I really hated working on group projects because I was very introverted. I hated small talks, and I was not naturally inclined to collaborate with others. I didn't find it very constructive, and I thought it slowed the process down. And it was really hard for me to exactly understand how to collaborate with others. So, as a student, I had no life experience. I was doing everything based out of my personality, and it continued until the initial years of my job. And it so happened that I was made a team leader in the second year of my job to lead a project. And it was just because I had an engineering degree. But there were many experienced members in the team who had better technical knowledge because they had been working in that domain for years. And just so was the case with me. I had no experience in teamwork and collaboration. So what do you think might have happened? Well, I started to micromanage everything, and there were constant disagreements. There were constant conflicts in the team, and of course, backbiting. So it was total mayhem, and my initial years in the job was really very, very stressful. But the good thing is, we get older, we have life experiences, we hopefully get wiser, and we have great mentors and support group. So over the years, I have met some really fantastic people, and one of the things that happened to me was that they took the time to listen to me, took the time to listen to my opinions, and took them into account whenever they could. And when that happens to you, you start to realize, even if it's not natural, you want to be heard, and you should probably listen to other people as well. And those life experiences taught me that collaboration, whether or not I am naturally inclined to it, is a powerful tool in our personal life as well as in our academic and professional career. It's something that I wish that I had learned much earlier on. So before we proceed further, it is important to know the subtle difference between collaboration and teamwork. We think they mean the same thing. But in teamwork environment, we have to have a team leader. And in the collaboration environment, people also work together in a team, but they do not have a team leader. Nevertheless, both require leadership, but the leadership that is done in teamwork by one person, the same leadership on the collaboration setting is done by the team member themselves. So those people has to have the personal maturity, and they have to be able to recognize and deal with conflicts, and everything has to be done without having a team leader. And so if you want to have people working together in a team, we have to decide do we want to have a teamwork, but that requires a team leader? And who is going to be the team leader? And does that person have those skills and attitude? And if we decide for the collaboration environment, then we have to make sure that we have those people having, let's say, the personal maturity, and they have to accept that there may be a first among the equals. So it is important to decide first which settings do we want to have. So in my case, when I was working on the project with my team, I should have adopted the collaborative approach because back then I had the qualifications, but I didn't have the attitude and maturity. So in ensure how to work in a team or lead a team, the best approach is collaboration. We'll talk about the segments of our meeting, but let me first tell you what are all the segments we have in our meeting today. First segment is the prepared speech segment, where two speakers will deliver the well-prepared speeches. Second segment is the table topic segment, where members and guests will get a chance to give speech on it. And the third segment is the general evaluation segment, where our general evaluator and our auxiliary role will give a comprehensive report on the entire meeting. And at the end of the meeting, we'll be having installation ceremony of our newly elected PC officers. With me today, I have a team of dedicated auxiliary role players who will be collaborating with me in conducting this meeting. Our first auxiliary role player, the timer for our meeting. We have with us a timer personality, Toastmaster Jatin, who will be playing the role of a timer. So I would request Toastmaster Jatin to please come forward and give an introduction of your role. Toastmaster Jatin, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So, coming together is beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. A very good evening to my fellow Toastmaster, friends, and all guests. As a timer of the day, my role is to keep track of the time and ensure that this meeting runs on time. I will raise green card, yellow cards, and red card for the minimum, mean, and maximum time limit. For example, in a table topic segment, I will raise green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5, and red card at 2 minutes respectively. Please note that a grace period of 30 seconds is given on the both upper and the lower limit of the speech. But table topic segment speakers are only allowed a grace period limit of 30 seconds on the upper end. I will be back to present my report when the general evaluators call me during evaluation section. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jatin. Our next role player is the R counter. Toastmaster Shubham Rastogi is a new member of our club. He did a fantastic job with the listeners' role in the last meeting, and today he is doing his debut role of R counter. Toastmaster Shubham, please come forward and explain your role to all of us. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. My name is Shubham Rastogi, and I'm the R counter for today's meeting. For the benefit of our guests and new members, I would like to explain the role of the R counter. When we speak, we sometimes use filler words such as or we repeat phrases such as, I mean. A lot of time this is not evident to us, but it is very clear to the listener. The R counter help us polish our language skills. The R counter role is threefold. Number one is to first to note down the words which are used as a crutch. These words may be inappropriate interjections such as, but, sounds like, somewhat like this. Second is to note the long time or long pauses that we may take. The third is to note when a speaker repeats a word, such as I, this means like this. I'll present my report during the end of the session. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham. Next with us is our language evaluator. Our ever smiling Toastmaster George will be playing this role. And I would like to invite Toastmaster George to please come forward and tell us about your role. Over to Toastmaster George.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Hello, can you hear me, Alok?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So thank you for the opportunity, Toastmaster Alok. Okay. So there is a proverb. There is an African proverb that says that if you want to go far, then you have to go together. Or if you want to go fast, you have to go alone. Okay. So my name is George, and today I'm the language evaluator for this meeting. And today Alok has introduced a beautiful theme that is called teamwork and collaboration. What I think that teamwork and collaboration is the way to success for any project in our life. So as a language evaluator, my responsibility is to pay close attention to all the speakers, what are their languages uses, their English language uses, and I have to note down all the outstanding words and the words that they use, and if their thoughts. And as a language evaluator, my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is escort. We can use escort as a noun or as a verb. As a noun, we can use escort means is guard. It's a noun, and it is as a verb. If you use it, that is called, it is accompanied to someone or something. As a noun, we can use as a the police escort helped me to go there. And as a verb, we can use that that the president was escorted by 12 people to a safe place. So this is the way we can. So I encourage everyone to every speaker to use this word as much as possible, and we'll give thumbs up to the one who use this word. And at the end of the meeting, I will present my report. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster George, and thank you to all the role players for describing your role so beautifully. So as I began to realize the power of collaboration, I had to figure out how I'm going to do it. So for me, it was three things. The first one, understanding and articulating your unique perspective. You have to be confident. You have to know what you're bringing to the table, and you have to tell other members what you have to offer as a team member. So in my case, when I was handling the project, instead of just trying to get maximum work from my team, if I had shared my strengths and encouraged other members to share their strengths as well, and discussed how we can benefit from each other's strengths, then I think we as a team could have done a better job. I'll talk about the other points later on. Before that, let's just hear from our first speaker, Toastmaster Bhavya Jain. I would request a speech evaluator, Toastmaster Sajal, to please come forward and specify the speech objectives. Toastmaster Sajal, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok. Toastmaster Bhavya will be delivering a Level 1 Project 2 speech from the path Visionary Communication. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. The time limit for the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish Toastmaster Bhavya all the very best for her speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Alok.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal. Teamwork can be tough. Dealing with different personalities and compromise is not necessarily easy. So what do you do when you are a part of a team and there are barriers to the team success? Toastmaster Bhavya believes that for a team success, motivation, mutual understanding, and clear communication are very important. If any of these things is missing, there will be a barrier for team success. And as a president of a club, Toastmaster Bhavya has clearly shown us the way and demonstrated how to effectively lead a team. The title of today's speech is Plain Vanilla. Toastmaster Bhavya, Plain Vanilla. Plain Vanilla, Toastmaster Bhavya. Over to you.
Do you think the world would be a better place to live in by the next year or by the next decade? Can we end hunger, achieve gender equality, hold climate change all in the next 15 years? Well, according to the governments of the world, yes, we can. But I don't think it is possible until we change our habits. The present rate of population growth, exotic lifestyle, excessive consumption of resources, and waste produced is not sustainable. On an average, a person produces about 150 kg of waste in just 1 year. And every day, 9,500 tons of garbage is transported to 3 landfill sites in the city. According to the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, the landfill sites in Delhi had exceeded their capacity way back in 2008. And they're also polluting the air and water quality in and around these areas, which is also causing respiratory and stomach illnesses to the people living nearby. Once I was passing by Ghaziabad and saw one of these landfill sites, and it made me realize that the amount of waste which I produce, I could and should reduce it. So I tried to do a research on what people are already doing. And I got to know about Priya Johnson, who lives a zero waste lifestyle. She, along with her family of 4, produces garbage in 1 whole year that fills in just 1 mason jar. That's it. She follows 5 R's towards the low waste lifestyle. Number 1, refuse what you don't need. We usually get things like freebies or disposable cutlery or magazines, which we don't need and end up throwing. Every time we as a consumer accept these goods, we create a need and a demand to make more such items. It's a way to say, please take more oil from the earth and make these same items. The second R is reduce what you need. We have so many stuff in our home which we don't even use. A study says that we just use 20% of the stuff which we have, and rest 80% is for a what if situation. What if I get many guests in my home, or I lose someone, or I have to go to a wedding or an interview and don't use such items. So if we try to donate these items to somebody who would use it, it would be very beneficial for them and also for the environment. And in the process, we'll save a lot of money. This way, we live a plain vanilla life. And when we do that, we have so much space, time, freedom, and energy. Freedom from comparing ourselves to other people's resources and managing the excessive stuff in our home. And studies also shows that when we have less clutter in our home, our mind is more free and is able to focus more. Physical declutter is equal to mental declutter. So this plain vanilla lifestyle has so many benefits. The number 3R is reuse, what you actually use. So the first step towards is to avoid using any disposable item and change it to an item which is reusable. So we need to stop buying bottled water and take our own carry bags whenever we go for shopping. And according to the studies, plastic is very bad, not just for the environment, but also for our health. When we keep food in any container, it leaches into our food, and plastic is very toxic. Plastic can not even be recycled properly. A very few of the plastics can be recycled, and once it is recycled, it cannot be recycled again. So it is a product which is actually made to end up into the landfill. So the next time, whenever you have to change a product, go for better eco-friendly alternatives like steel or glass. The fourth R is recycle what you can't refuse, reduce, or recycle or reuse. And the entire aim of this plain vanilla lifestyle is to recycle the least as possible. And the fifth R is brought the biodegradable waste into compost. This plain vanilla lifestyle is looking a bit difficult, maybe. Maybe we are thinking that either we have to give our 100% or not do at all. It is entirely false. We can follow this lifestyle to any extent which we want. This lifestyle have different meaning to every different individual. We all have different lifestyles and thinking. So it is a concept to be more concerned about the waste that we generate and take constructive steps to reduce the amount of waste which till the extent which we feel is good. So the first step can be identify your weakness. If you think you are a shopaholic, have a good collection of clothes or shoes, watches, perfumes, or anything like that, or just love ordering food from outside, just try reducing it, and gradually you will love the process and you will just enjoy being in a plain vanilla lifestyle. If every person tries to do just one single step to make this world a better place today, billions of acts of kindness, generosity would take place. And wouldn't that alone change the face of this planet? Back to you, Toastmaster.
We really need to work as a team to protect our environment and really need to lead a plain vanilla life. Thank you for coming with such a beautiful topic, beautiful speech on a such relevant topic. Thank you. Moving to our next speaker. Part of being a good team member is learning how to understand your personal strengths and what you have to offer, and where you might need to draw assistance from others. Toastmaster Anand believes that his strength lies in quickly analyzing the circumstances and fathom future situations, and thus arriving at decisions very quickly and clearly. He also believes that we always need good friends and family members to keep that necessary check and balance, because as humans, we can sometimes pass into grayish area or step over fault lines which might affect our decisions. And here I would like to reiterate what I told Toastmaster Anand to all the other members also, that you can always count me as a friend and a team member who will be always there with you for any help and to avoid you stepping over your fault lines. With that, I'd like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Anand. His speech title is Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Toastmaster Anand, over to you.
Just a second. I think evaluator will have to read.
Okay. I'd like to request this speech evaluator, Toastmaster Lalit Agarwal, to please specify the speech objectives. Toastmaster Lalit, can you hear me?
Toastmaster Lalit, you are on mute.
I'm sorry. Good evening, Toastmaster and dear guests. Today, the Toastmaster Anand will be delivering speech with the title Mayday, Mayday, Mayday under Level 2, Project 2, Cross-Cultural Understanding of Strategic Relationship Pathway. The purpose of the speech is for the member to identify this their own culture and stereotypes that impact others' perceptions of him. My best wishes to the speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalit. Now it's over to Toastmaster Anand.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome on board to ASCL. This is a pilot speaking. We are on flight number A707JI, and we are presently at Seoul Airport in South Korea, and we will soon be heading towards John F. Kennedy Airport, US. The flight duration is of 11 hours and 58 minutes. The flight will take off at 7:45 p.m. and will land on the runway of John F. Kennedy Airport at 7:43 a.m. in the morning. Feel free to reach out to our crew members in case of any need. Until then, we hope that you will have a pleasure of your time on board. Thank you so much. Have you been on a flight journey before? And do you remember those butterfly movements of your stomach? I definitely do have. What thoughts first pop up in your mind? Will the flaps come on at the right time? Or will the engines go off while we are up in the air? Or maybe the fuel will just completely run off. Well, we of course think about every single technical issues which we might think of as a human being, but there's one key thing which we miss: communication. Now, during the years of 1940s, what happened was that Korean airlines were like one of those cars which were just crashing one after another. And people couldn't understand because the issue which was arising was, it was not just with any of the airlines, but only peculiar with that of the international flights. It had nothing to do with the domestic flights. So back on the day of this very Seoul flight, what happened was something which was captured by the black box. And the incident went something like this. At 7 hours, 28 minutes and 58 seconds, the co-pilot states, "Captain, do you think we are on the right direction? I feel that we are 1.63 degree west to our supposed route." At 7 hours, 29 minutes, the captain replies, "No, we are headed on the right route." At 7 hours and 29 minutes and 50 seconds, the captain makes the announcement. "Good morning, everyone. This is your captain speaking, and we will soon be landing at John F. Kennedy's Airport before the scheduled time. We request you to please fasten your seatbelts because we are going to soon land at the airport, and we hope that we will be on time by the next few moments." At 7:30 hours exactly, there's a contact between the airspace station, the airport authority, and that of the pilot. The news comes in. "You are 500 feet away from the airport, the airstrip." At 7 hours, 30 minutes and 15 seconds, the captain replies, "I don't see any airstrip." At 7 hours, 30 minutes and 18 seconds, the pilot decides to take a go round, or rather not land on this very particular attempt, but rather take a round and come back and try again. At 10 hours, 30 minutes and 22 seconds, the call starts. "Mayday, mayday, mayday." Airports Control Authority states, "Mayday, copy." At 10 hours, 30 minutes and 37 seconds, the flight crashes 3 miles away in a hill, and it burns into pieces. Out of 254 people, 227 people have died. Can you guess what was the problem? Was it the flap wings? Was it the landing gear? Or was it the engine? What if I say, if none of those were the problems? The issue was really very simple. It was communication, cross-cultural communication. You see, back in the countries such like that of Asia, and especially in South Korea, the hierarchy and the level of respect you have for your elders is really, really very strong. And that was the issue. The pilot in those days used to be someone who was experienced, somewhere around the age of 30s and 40s. And the co-pilot used to be someone who was young, who was just starting off his career in the airlines industry. And there became the problem. When the co-pilot first stated that, "See, I feel that you are not on the right route," he just stated that line, And he was not so much pressed to say the pilot that, see, we might fall into a trap. We are not heading into the right direction. We need to do something about it. He just stated and went on. But if the same pilot would have been from some other region, let's say that of the European countries or that of America, he would have come straight forward and said, you know what? The trajectory doesn't show the same. The map doesn't show the same. We are not on the right track. We are in an emergency situation. We need to do something about the same. That little gap of culture costed 227 lives that day. Still incidents happen. It is just like on one of the other incidents, what happened was the pilot kept on saying, we are running low on fuel. We are running low on fuel. And American Airport Authority was like, yeah, we hear every now and then that we are running low on fuel. What's the new issue? And every time the flight used to crash. The thing was really very simple. There was no standard procedure. And then we came with the call of Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. The distress call when we need it. Similarly, just like the air pilot story, I too have had my Mayday, Mayday life. You see, when I wanted to study, when I want to do a thing, when you want to do a thing, you don't find people in the right place at the right time, and they are the people who just say, you know what, you are not doing the right thing. But maybe you are thinking in a different way than those other people. And that might be your Mayday story. You are not able to understand their culture. Although we might live in the same, but we are different people. What is your Mayday story? What is your cross-culture understanding? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand, for making us aware of the confusion that can come up due to cross-cultural differences. And thank you for your speech. Toastmaster Anand, can you launch the poll for the best speaker and also the feedback link? I forgot to ask.
Toastmaster Santosh, will you launch the poll or should I?
Yes, I'm doing Anand. Please vote everyone. Four members are still left. 3 more. Thank you everyone for the voting. I'm now ending the poll.
In the meanwhile, you can also give your feedback to both the speakers directly via your direct message, or you can use the feedback link. So I can go forward with the meeting. And so now is the time to move to our next segment. As I stated before, that for collaboration, first we need to identify and articulate our perspective. The second thing that I learned about collaboration was that we must explain our quirks. The dictionary meaning of quirks is your mannerism, your peculiarity, and your individualism. Let me just elaborate. There may be some members in a team who do not say anything and do not contribute much to the team. So some may think that they are not willing to contribute. But several people that I have worked with have taught me that they need time to go back and consider ideas independently and take time to consider them and bring their thoughts back to the table. They are not quick on the feet. That's very much okay. But you do have to explain it. Otherwise, some team member might literally cast you off for somebody who doesn't have anything to contribute. So explaining those quirks is essential. And what a better way to learn about the quirks of your members than a table topic or an impromptu speech. And to conduct our table topic session, we have with us today our veteran dynamic Toastmaster Tito Matthew. Toastmaster Tito, over to you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So life always doesn't gives you opportunity or chance to prepare. There are times when we have to give you instant answers. Simple example, every time you can't come prepared with a speech. There will be situations in your office or in your families where you will be asked to speak. And if you are not good at building words, you may encounter an embarrassing situation. So Toastmasters has very carefully designed this section whereby which without preparation, you are given a time of 2 minutes to speak. The lower limit, 1 minute, and the upper is 2 minutes with a grace of 30 seconds, which the timer has already shared. So what I'll be doing is that I have giving you an option from 1 to 12, you have to select one number, whoever I'm choosing, and depending on the number that you're choosing, the topic will be given, and you'll have to speak for 2 minutes. That is 1 minute minimum, 2 minutes 30 seconds maximum. 2 is maximum, 30 seconds is the grace period. So now I would like any member to please volunteer so that the guests have a fair idea as to how, to give speak for a table topic contest.
I can go to Shubham.
Okay. Shubham. Okay, Shubham. Could you please select between 1 to 12, any number between 1 to 12?
9, my favorite number.
9.
9.
Okay. So your topic is together ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results. Together ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tito. It's a wonderful topic, and I have a real life example to relate to this problem. Together, ordinary people can make extraordinary things happen. I'll tell you about my team. I have a team member of 50 people who are sitting across pan India. They're handling operations for about 900 crores of the turnover. By the amount that I've just quoted, you can imagine what is the humongous transactions we have across 30 states, 900 crores of transactions happening day in and day out. And can you imagine how many qualified people we have within our team? There are only 2 people. The rest of the people are very ordinary people who have come from different qualifications. Some might not even be accountants, some might even, they were file keepers. They started from a file keeping to the highest of the organizational level. During their tenure of about 10 to 15 years, they have taken a role of many qualified, of many extraordinary people who could not take them. They have achieved number of transactions happening at a very smooth pace without any statutory default, without any technical glitch happening throughout the year. Many extraordinary people from different teams have come up and left, but such ordinary people make difference for my organization. That's why the ordinary people, when they come together, make extraordinary things happen. Thanks to you, Toastmaster Tito.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, for giving such great examples and explaining the entire topic. So now, anyone would like to volunteer? Okay, Toastmaster Lalit Agarwal. So would you like to select any number between 1 to 12 except number 9?
Toastmaster, you are on mute.
7.
7, okay. So this is a quote from one gentleman. He's a author, a prominent American minister, H.E. Lukoch. He said that no one can whistle a symphony it takes a whole orchestra to play it. He says, no one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it. Over to Toastmaster Lalit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tito, for giving me the opportunity. And this is very well said, because we can relate this with our teamwork. So nothing happens when we go alone. You know, we can do wonders when we go with our team. So as I rightly said, without teamwork, we escort our future to wrong direction, to wrong track. So every time, all the great things have been achieved by doing, by taking the peoples along with us and not going alone. So we should always try to build a team and build a trust across organization wherever we are working in. We should understand the people, and we should engage them, and we should respect their independence, and we should identify their strength, and we should make our one board of directors for each and every field. I should have expertise from each and every background. Whether, for example, someone is excelled in finance, someone is excelled in HR, someone is excelled in engineering. So if I have a board of directors from different backgrounds, I can utilize that team to get the higher success and can achieve the wonders. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lalit. Now I would like to call any of the guests to please nominate their name.
Yes,
Any
I
guess?
can do that. Baldev Arora.
Okay, Mr. Arora, would you like to select any number between 1 to 12 except 9 and 7?
Okay, number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Okay, this is a quote from Henry Ford, the creator of Ford Motors. He says that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. I'm repeating, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Over to Mr. Arora.
Mr. Table Topic Masters and fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. So far, I am also guest in this club. Good evening to everyone. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. And working together is a progress. Did I hear well, or middle I messed it up?
I will repeat, coming together is a beginning.
Yep.
Keeping together is progress.
Yep.
Working together is success.
Okay. So it is, I think it is very much applicable in everybody's life. And let's take the Toastmasters scenario also in particular. When we join Toastmasters, we come together, it becomes beginning. We stay together for some time, and staying together is a progress. And then working, we work. We take different roles, whether we take the role of a table topic master, we take the role of speaker, we take the role of evaluator, we take the role of our counter. In different roles, we participate and we succeed. Look at today's meeting also. In 2 hours, how many people from different parts, we are having a virtual meeting. Even myself, I'm not sitting in Delhi, I'm sitting in Bahrain. You all are sitting in Delhi. You all are sitting in different parts of Delhi, but we are together virtually. So it is a beginning. It's a beginning of a meeting. And then we are staying together for 2 hours, company of each other, by exchanging whatever we have is a progress. We will definitely all not be the same after the end of the meeting as we were before the meeting. And then success. Again, success is a journey. Every meeting gives us something to look forward to something, to feel proud of this. So I think what Henry Ford says, it makes perfect sense. In Toastmasters, I have given an example in everybody, in everyday's life also, whether we are in work, whether in family, definitely teamwork. And guys, if we really want to make our dream work, teamwork makes dream work. Back to you, Tabletop with Master.
Thank you so much, guest Mr. Baldev Arora. Timer, could you please tell me if we have more time?
Yes, we can take one more speaker.
Can I go
okay.
next?
Is Manath.
Yeah, yes.
So you can select between 1 to 12 except 9, 7, and 3.
I'll go with 8.
8. Okay. So if you can laugh together, you can work together. If you can laugh together, you can work together. Over to Manath. Gavilian Manath, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'd require 10 seconds of time more.
Okay,
Just 10
okay.
seconds. Yes, I'm back. So my topic, just confirming my topic once. If you can laugh together, you can work together.
Correct.
Did I okay, thank you. So my topic is, if you can laugh together, you can work together. Indeed, this is so very true. Now, we all, when we have some good news, we celebrate together. Like taking the example of my family, so very lately I just got inducted to one of a very famous clubs, and it was a great honor and a privilege for me. And at that time, my whole family laughed together, my whole family celebrated together, and it was a great time. And all that we did, I enjoyed with my family. I didn't do it alone. I did it with my family. So this is where I enjoyed and celebrated my achievement with my family. So if I can do that, if we can do that, if we can laugh together in a group, then why can't we work together? Sometimes I have often seen that people often abstain from working in a group because they think that it requires to devote a lot of time. I am not talking about jobs and all. I'm just talking something that I have seen at my level of students that are at my age. We are often told to make group projects together. We are often told to make ML projects together, and and I personally also many a times opt for individual projects, because I think that when I've taken up group projects, I have to devote a lot of time. I have to work on the means of other people and how they tell me to have. There's a team leader, and we have to basically do what he says and all. And this is why I have often seen that children of my age often don't like to work in a team together. But here, even though I'm also a bit like that, but somewhere in my mind, I also think that working together is really very important, and it can help us in getting a good result out. So getting back to my topic, I question and everybody out there who thinks that working in a team is a complete waste of time. But then I'd say that if you can laugh together in a group, then why can't you work together in a group? And one major thing here could be that every great thing that anyone has achieved today, it's because of teamwork. Now, taking the example of one of my role model, Steve Jobs, did he accomplish or did he get whatever he got today? Did he make Macintosh on his own? Was he a genius in everything, every aspect of hardware? No, he was just more into coding. What about the design? He was not into it. Who helped with the design? It was another team. There were other people who were good with that. And so the Macintosh that has come out today, it's not only Steve Jobs' effort. it's the whole group's effort, and Steve Jobs couldn't have accomplished or couldn't have got the recognition that he has today if he would not have had the support of his team members with him. So every great thing that anyone has achieved today, you tell me, you name one person who has achieved something without teamwork. There is actually no one who has done anything in individuality. Every great thing that has ever been accomplished, or every great thing that has ever been invented, it has always been with teamwork. And a mantra here that people who think that teamwork is not their task, then maybe I'd say that you should get on with it right now. Better late than never, because you'll never be achieving anything in individuality. And I know that you all want to achieve something in your life, and you'll only do that when you have a great team working skills, and that'll only come when you change your mindset. So if you can laugh together, then I'm sure you can also work together.
Thank you so much, Gavelian Mannat. I thank each of the participants for showing the courage and participating in something for which you didn't have any preparation. It is this type of courage that will escort you to your goals of becoming a great speaker. With this, I hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Alok.
Sorry for the interruption. May I launch the poll for best table topic speaker?
Yes. Toastmaster Santosh, you can launch the poll.
Please vote, everyone. 5 members are still left. 4 more. Thank you, everyone. Now I'm ending the poll. Yes, now you can proceed. You are on mute.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh, and thank you, Toastmaster Tito, for conducting such a lively and beautiful table topic session. All the speakers did a fantastic job. Moving ahead, while working in a team, we have to value the collaborative process, obviously, and encourage others to do as well. We have to encourage others to make the same individual effort and help them articulate who they are and how they operate. Because every individual effort is going to be a part of the cumulative effort. The team effort is what matters in the end, but you have to be willing to encourage others to make that individual efforts as well. And in Toastmasters, the feedback and evaluations are the source of continuous encouragement and motivation for our members. And today's general evaluation will be done by one of the most encouraging and helpful members of our club, Toastmaster Santosh. Toastmaster Santosh, along with her equally dedicated team of speech evaluators and role players, will be providing us the necessary feedback and encouragement. So everyone, please help me welcome Toastmaster Santosh. Over to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok Kuzur. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
The strength of a team is each individual member, and strength of each individual member is a team. Good evening, everyone. And this strength comes from the sporting environment of any team. That means if the members help to each other in their bad time as well as in their good times. Let me give here the two scenarios. In the first, in any particular team, the few members are doing very great. And at the same time, the few members are not doing great. So there would be need of appreciation of the efforts, the people who are doing great. And at the same time, there would be need of the constructive feedback and motivation the members who are not doing great. So this supporting environment is very essential in any team to make that successful. And in Toastmaster meeting, this supporting team comes in the G section, where the general evaluator with a team of speech evaluators and the auxiliary role players will be helping you like that. They will be letting you know what are your strong points and what are your weak points and how can you improve upon them. So this G section is divided into the 3 parts. In the first part, the speech evaluator will be evaluating the speech of their respective speakers. And the second part, where the auxiliary role players will be presenting their report. And in the third part, I will be sharing my observation of the entire meeting. So let's start with the first part. In the first part, Toastmaster Sajal will be our first speech evaluator, and she will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Bhavya Jain. So with that, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Sajal Jain.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Thank you so much were the words that came to my mind after listening to you, Toastmaster Bhavya. And you know why? Because you gave us a reality check today. It was an extremely enlightening need of the hour speech. We need to declutter, we need to stop wastage, and we need to lead a minimalistic, plain vanilla lifestyle if we ever want to leave something for the future generations. Did you know about the 5 hours? Because I knew only about 3. And the way Toastmaster Bhavya used the stage effectively for each hour was something which I was amazed with. It gave us that connect that we were sitting in that physical meeting and listening to her speak instead of an online meeting. Another thing that absolutely amazed me was the desperation in her voice. The desperation in her voice with which she was calling us. She was pleading to us, any of us, to lead a more minimalistic lifestyle and be more compassionate towards environment. The honesty and the genuineness in her expressions was something which will forever remain with me. Now, how to take an already amazing speech and bring it up a notch? The first thing that I would like to recommend the speaker would be the structure of the speech. I loved the 5 hours, the way she represented those 5 hours. But introducing plain vanilla in the 3rd hour could be a bit distracting as the focus shifts from the hours to the title of the speech, as the title was also plain vanilla. So if she could introduce the title plain vanilla either before the 5 hours or after the 5 hours, it would really help us to connect the whole speech. Another thing that I would like to recommend her would be to take pauses. After questioning us that, do you think we will have a better world next year? Give a pause. Let us absorb that. Let the question stay with us for a long time. So it would help us to connect the speech with the ending too, as she brings the answer to that question in the end of the speech. The last thing that I would like to recommend her would be that Toastmaster Bhavya did an amazing job on the how and the what part of the speech. She told us that what a plain vanilla lifestyle is and how we can lead it. But the why part of this content was a bit small. So I would recommend her to divide the speech equally in the 3 categories and let us know that why is it important to follow that lifestyle? What is so harmful that we are all doing right now? The title plain vanilla left us in suspense and a thrill. So it was very attentive and engaged all the audience at a glimpse. So it was something that was very well done. Today, she escorted us to a reality which depends on all of us, whether we take those steps or not. So at the end of my evaluation, all I would like to say is thank you, Toastmaster Bhavya. Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sajal Jain. Next speech evaluator is Toastmaster Lalit Agarwal. He will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Anand. The stage is all yours, Toastmaster Lalit Agarwal.
Thank you. So, Anand, the speaker, speech title Mayday, 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 informed us about importance of cross-cultural understanding. He used his voice to convey the message very effectively. I have 2 recommendations for him. The speaker was very relaxed and balanced while delivering the speech. That was the good thing. Second, the speaker crafted speech with an opening and a body and a conclusion so that audience can correlate and understand the speech. Speaker used a logical structure overall. I have one recommendation for the speaker. I understand 4 to 6 minutes is very short time. It's difficult to cover all the relevant content, but if the speed of speech could have been lowered when the technical data was discussed, like timings, communicated to pilot, that could have improved a little bit to the speech. The speaker was easily heard and also gave an impressive impression of confident speaker. And the speaker achieved his purpose of the speech and the message was well communicated. I congratulate the speaker for delivering an amazing speech. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lalit Agarwal. Now the time to vote for the best speech evaluator, and I'm launching the poll for the same. So, please vote, everyone. Thank you everyone for the voting. So now moving on our second part, where the auxiliary role will be presenting their report. So our first auxiliary role player is Toastmaster Shubham Rastogi. So welcome you on the stage for presenting the report as a counter. Toastmaster Shubham Rastogi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. Anand, could you please give me right to present my screen?
Yeah, Shivam, you can check. I have given you the slides.
Everyone, please let me know when my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
I'll start with my report. First, I would like to congratulate and escort few of our today's speakers who have used less than 5 filler or filler sounds. Please welcome Lalit, Anand, Tito, Santosh, Sajal, and Lalit. They all have, and guess Baldev, they all have used less than 5 of the filler word in totality. Be it and, but, so whatever. Please congratulate them. Coming over to the next part on the respective each member. Toastmaster Alok, throughout his conducting of the meeting, used and 4 times, so 4 times, and in totality, 8 times he has used such words. His favorite word was I. He used repeatedly as I. He can work on that. Toastmaster George Dev used 9 hours in his evaluation, 5 and 3 so, and 1 other, when totality comes to be 18. Our guest Suraj during his introduction used thrice, once, other sounds twice, and 4 times, so 3 times. In totality, 13. Guest Karthikeya spoke for a couple of minutes and he used and thrice. so thrice. Our President Bhavya then used a twice and 10 times. So thrice. So her favorite word is definitely coming to be and. I would appreciate if she can work on that. During our table topic section, Lalit used a twice, other sounds one time, and 8 times, so thrice. So in totality, the filler word were 24. Our guest Baldev was a good speaker. He used a once and 5 times, so twice. In totality, only 8. Guest our Toastmaster Mannat during our table topic segment used a 12 times, other sound twice, filler words and thrice, but twice, so 5 times. And there were some other words like or that she used. So in totality, it comes to be 28. Overall, it was a good session. In totality, we have 46 hours across the meeting and multiple sign of 47. So we'll try to put together and minimize it to the lowest. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, for such a comprehensive report. Next, I would like to invite language evaluator Toastmaster George Dev. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. So here is my report for the day as a language evaluator. In the meeting, a team member has used very good words and creative words, and that's like clutter, shopaholic, reiterate, polarity, individuality, privilege, collaborative, accomplish, then enlightening, minimalistic lifestyle. So these are the words are used. That is very good for the day. And some very beautiful quotes are used in the meeting. That if you can love together, you can work together. Coming together is the beginning. Working together is the progress. So this kind of beautiful quotes are used in that meeting, as well as the word of the day has been used by Tito Methu and Shubham. So this is my report for the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster George. Next, I would like to invite the timer of the day, Toastmaster Jatin Verma.
Thank you, Ms. General Evaluator. So, if the time is money, our club would be a billionaire, because we are running on time, a spot, and this meeting is a basically example of a teamwork, how we basically run on time, and we covered the time exceeded by other persons. So for starting off, Sergeant-at-Arms, the meeting was on time. And about Miss President, the meeting, she was late by the editors by 3 minutes because it could be due to a technical difficulty. And then coming on to the teamwork segment, everyone, including timer, counter, language evaluator, and teamwork, were within time. Is that just the language evaluator took 1.5 minutes extra? So he has to take this in mind. Coming on to prepared speech segment, all the speech evaluators and the speaker were within time. So that's a great achievement to time the speech to the perfection. And coming on to the table topic segment, all the table topic speakers and the table topic master was one time. I would like to just mention about Mannat Kaur. She exceeded her speech by 2 minutes, probably because she has too much information to give. So I advise her to basically concise the information. And coming on to the evaluation segment, our general evaluator introduction was in time. Both our speech evaluators were in time. I would like to give kudos to the counter Shubham Rastogi, how he basically concise such amount of information in time. I thought that the counter would exceed the time limit of the prepared speech segment today. So kudos to him. And our language evaluator report was within time, and also the timer report was also within time. So back to you, general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin Verma, for such a wonderful report. So now the time to vote for the best auxiliary role player, and I'm launching the poll. Auxiliary role players. Yeah, please vote everyone. Thank you everyone for the voting. Now the time to share my observation of the entire meeting, and time allotted for the same is 4 to 6 minutes. Timer, please note it. There are a number of strong points of Delhi One Toastmaster, but out of them, one is the opening the meeting always on time. So kudos to Toastmaster Anand for the same. And the starting the meeting with that video, that is really encouraging, and that personally gives me the positive energy. So wonderful Toastmaster, Toastmaster Anand Kumar. He stated the meeting rules and stated the mission very well. So overall, I loved the way he always handle the meeting, open the meeting. I just missed one point, that was that if he could add a bit about the theme of the meeting, as well as introduce the president with a brief introduction of her, so that would be great. Overall, I loved his role. So moving on, Toastmaster Bhavya Jain, she is the president of our club. She always comes with a story and a quotation in her introduction, and that is always related to the meeting theme. So that is really commendable. And she also introduced the every new members with the her sweet voice that make them comfortable. So that is really wonderful. And she didn't miss any aspect. She also mentioned about the installation ceremony of the new AC officer. So I didn't find any room of improvement for her. So kudos Toastmaster Bhavya Jain. Coming to the Alok Kuzur, the Timod of the today's meeting. He is the one who is always ready for taking the challenges. When I asked him which role would you like to take, he said, "You can give me any role." When I asked him about the Timor role, then he said for yes. I was not expecting, and he showed that he take the challenges very seriously. He was well prepared in his role, and hardly he missed any aspect of the Timor role. He started his introduction with his own story of about how he was introvert. He never participated in any teamwork. Other than that, what I liked about that use of background, that is background that is related to the meeting theme. I have only one or two recommendation for him. If he could correlate the meeting structure in the starting with the theme, that can maintain the flow smoothly in the meeting. Overall, he did a great job today. Moving on, table topping master, Toastmaster Tito Matthew. He started with a wonderful quote that life is not always give you chance for the preparation, and that really nice. And he very nicely explained the importance of the table topic section in very short of time. What I liked about that, in the table topic session was only 10 minutes and he brought 4 members. That was really amazing, and that could be possible because of his fluency of speaking, I think so. I have only one recommendation for Toastmaster Tito Matthew. If he could remind the word of the day in this section so that number of members can use it, could use it. Coming to the auxiliary role players, Toastmaster Shubham Rastogi, as an accountant, he was doing his debutant role, and it didn't seem to me that he was doing his role first time. That was really amazing. In his report, he started with a positive note that congratulated everyone who used the filler sound in less number, and I have only one recommendation for him, that if he could use the if he could correlate his role with the meeting theme as the Toastmaster timer Jatin and Toastmaster George have done. Toastmaster timer did a fantastic job today, and his sense of humor was really amazing. He brought the humor in every role what he does, so that really wonderful. So I didn't find any recommendation for him. Coming to the Toastmaster George, he very nicely explained his role by telling the importance of the language evaluator, and he does every aspect. And in his report, he started with the positive note, use of the good usage of the language. But I miss that if he could add the bit about the wrong usage of the language, so that we can everyone can know that what wrong language we have used. Other than that, if in the introduction part, if he could work on the timing by speaking a bit fluent, that could be the one reason. Overall, he did a wonderful job. Coming to the speech evaluators, both the speech evaluators did a great job today by started with a positive note, that is the commendation, as well as they gave the recommendation. In the case of the Toastmaster Sajal Jain, the point she has suggested to the Toastmaster Bhavya Jain, I also felt the same commendations and the recommendations. I just felt in Toastmaster Sajal Jain evaluation that there was missing of the summary of the overall evaluation. Overall, she did a great job. Coming to the Lalit Agarwal, he has done this role first time, so he also started with a positive note by a positive note that what are the strong point of the Toastmaster Anand. And there was a missing thing was that if he can also add the there was missing thing was the use of the CRC approach, that is the commendation, recommendation, and the commendation. Overall, I loved their evaluation and I enjoyed the entire meeting. So with that, over to you, Toastmaster Alok Kuzur.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh, for doing such an awesome evaluation. And now we are at the concluding section for meeting. My final takeaway for all of you is to take some time, be introspective, figure out where you fall on the collaborative spectrum. If you are already good at it, continue to encourage others. If you're not so good at it, continue. If you're not so good at it, consider how you can be. Be confident, spend the time and learn yourself. On the top of that, I strongly encourage to find a young person that you know and sit down with them and ask for their input on something that you think you can collaborate on. Collaborate doesn't necessarily have to build something. It's considering an idea from multiple perspectives. So even if you just ask them a question and consider their idea, that's a collaborative process. So it does not matter who we are collaborating with or who is in the team. What matters is how team members treat each other. Teams where everybody talks and everybody shows respect by listening and paying attention creates a psychological safe atmosphere inside the team. And psychological safety of each member in the group has a positive effect on team's ability to succeed. Unfortunately, our club members have always provided that atmosphere and support to each other, led by our EC team. And today our EC team will pass the baton to another set of EC team members. And I hope this tradition of camaraderie amongst us continues forever. I'm really very excited to see the installation ceremony of our EC team. So I'll not take much time. I'll quickly hand over the stage to our very kind and caring president of our club, Toastmaster Bhavya Jain. Toastmaster Bhavya, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alok, for taking forward such an exciting meeting for us. And now it is a step to give the rich legacy to take forward with the new EC team. And the installation ceremony would be done by Kaushik Bhattacharya, DTM. So I would like to first do the votes for the best main role player, and then I would be handing over the stage to him. So Toastmaster Santosh, please launch the poll. You can vote for the best main role player, Team Mod as Toastmaster Alok Kujur, Table Topic Master as Toastmaster Tito Matthew, and General Evaluator as Toastmaster Santosh Sethi. So thank you everyone for voting. Now, please help me welcome Toastmaster Kaushik Bhattacharya, DTM. Over to you, Toastmaster Kaushik Bhattacharya.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. If you have any difficulty in listening to me, please do let me know. I actually recently took a vaccine, so if you another method. So if my voice is not audible, please do that.
Right now, it is audible.
Thank you. So we will start off with the installation. I am hoping that all the elected club officers are present in this virtual room. So in a physical meeting or in a normal process, what we do is we call out the elected executive committee members, and they stand in a row, and then the gavel is passed from the sergeant at arms to the president. So instead of, I mean, we cannot actually physically do that, but on the virtual platform, maybe we will assume that we are holding the gavel in our hands, and I would be reading out the installation oath. So at the end, say, for example, if I am the sergeant at arms, after the installation master has read out, so there's a question that will be asked to me that do you accept to carry out these roles to the best of your abilities? I would request the corresponding executive committee member to please respond by affirmative. For the outgoing officers of the Executive Committee of Delhi 1 Toastmasters Club, please virtually indicate their presence by raise of a hand or thumb or any other emoticon. Thank you. At this time, you are discharged from all of your duties and responsibilities. Thank you for all your excellent service to the club. However, please do remember that your term ends only on 30th of June 2021. and that is Mountain Standard Time, which would be sometime in the afternoon of 1st of July. So please do continue supporting the incoming executive committee and the members till that point of time, if not even beyond. Today, I am here to install the new club officers of Delhi One Toastmasters Club, briefly state their key responsibilities, and to remind them of the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club one of the best in Toastmasters International. This will involve helping the members achieve their goals, as well as leading the club to President's Distinguished Club status and beyond this coming year. Will the new club officers team elected please make themselves audible and, if possible, visible once they are called for, starting with the Sergeant at Arms and ending with the President. Each officer elected to the office is obligated to attend monthly club executive committee meetings, attend club officer training program organized by the district through the divisions, prepare a successor for their respective office. Now, I would describe the challenges and key responsibilities of each officer, beginning with the Sergeant at Arms or the Logistics Manager. Logistics Manager, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Karthik Mishra. Can he be helped spotlighted?
Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Kaushik, Sergeant at Arms is not present, but you may want to continue.
Oh, all right, I will then skip the role of the Logistics Manager and move over to the next role of the Treasurer. I would request the President-elect of the club to conduct the installation of the Logistics Manager once the President is inducted at a later point. The Treasurer or the Finance Manager of the club, Toastmaster Avishi Rathore.
DTM Kaushik, we don't have even treasurer. We have the president, we have the VP8, we have the VPM, and we have VP. We have VP. I'm not sure about the VPM. We have the secretary. These are the 4 people we have.
All right. So President, VP8, VPM, and Secretary, right?
Yep.
Sure. Thank you. Toastmaster Jatin Verma, Secretary-elect, Delhi One Toastmasters Club. You are required to maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance. Submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International by June 30th. Work with the treasurer to ensure that new member applications and dues get to Toastmasters International World Headquarters as soon as possible. Work with the treasurer to submit your club's renewal dues to Toastmasters International on time. Provide the club with the minutes of each meeting. You, along with the president of the club, is also holder of one of the votes for the club in the Toastmasters International business meetings. If you or the president of the club can attend the meeting, you are requested to cast the votes during the business hours. And if you are unable to attend the meeting for some reason, you or along with the president of the club need to assign a suitable proxy, which can be the district director elect of the next term. Toastmaster Jatin Verma, as the secretary of the club, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities? Toastmaster Jet.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. You are installed as the secretary of Delhi 1 Toastmasters Club. We will move on to the VP membership. But Toastmaster Bela Agarwal, as Vice President of Membership, you lead the club's membership building efforts to achieve the membership goal of 8 new members, while the Vice President of Public Relations motivates people to visit your club. You motivate the current members to invite guests. Promptly give new member applicants and dues to Secretary and Treasurer. Personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including membership applications, and explain to them the benefits of Toastmasters International that can help them in their personal and professional life. Make sure each guest hears about the benefit of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to become a member. As the Vice President of Membership, you are also a member of the Area Council along with your Vice President of Education and President of the club. And you are requested to attend these meetings of Area Council as and when they are convened by your area director. Toastmaster Bela Agarwal, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities as the Vice President Membership?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Kaushik Bhattacharya. Yes, I will.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You are now installed as the Vice President Membership, Delhi 1 Toastmasters. Moving on to the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Santosh Devi. As Vice President Education, you gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves. Assure that the club members are aware of the schedule of meeting goals. Plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their goals. Work with club members to keep meetings fun and well run. Work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly. Provide for educational topics at club meetings, such as those from the successful club series, better speaker series, among others. Represent your club at the area council meetings of which you are part of, along with the Vice President Membership and the President of the club, as and when the area council meetings are convened by your area director. As the second highest ranking officer, you are also required to preside over the club meetings and executive committee meetings when the president of the club is absent. Along with your president of the club, as Vice President Education, you are also a member of the district executive committee. District Council, and you are required or requested to be present at the district council meetings and cast your votes accordingly in the district committee business procedures and matters. Toastmaster Santosh Devi, as the Vice President Education of the club, will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will do that. Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Kaushik Bhattacharya.
Thank you so much. You are now inducted or installed as the Vice President of Education for Delhi 1 Toastmasters. Toastmaster Rolly Sinha.
Yes, sir. Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Ma'am, you hold the gavel as a symbol of power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. I am confident that you will use it wisely and with restraint. Toastmaster Rolly Sinha, as a member of Delhi 1 Toastmasters Club, as well as its leader, you will work with the executive team and club members to make Delhi 1 Toastmasters Club a President's Distinguished Club and beyond this year. As the president of Delhi One Toastmasters Club, you are the chief executive officer of the club. Thus, you preside at all club meetings and at all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meets the needs of the current members to achieve communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that among the resources available to you are fellow club members, club officers team, club officers handbook, your area director, who would be appointed shortly, your division directors, the district 41 website and other social media handles, Toastmasters International website and other social media handles, and all other district leaders from the District 41 team. Toastmaster Roli Sinha, I would once again say that you hold the gavel as a symbol of power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. Along with that, you also, as the president, are member of few councils and committees. Along with the secretary of the club, you hold the vote for your clubs, or you are the voice of your club in the Toastmasters International business meetings. If you or the secretary of the club is somehow unable to attend the Toastmasters International business meetings when convened by the board of directors of Toastmasters International, you may pass on your proxy to someone, some eligible member or the district director of the District 41. You, along with your club's vice president education and vice president of membership, are members of the area council and are requested to be the club's voice in the area council meetings as and when the same is convened by the area director. Along with your vice president of education, you are also a member of the district council and is requested to be present at the district council meetings and business votings that may be convened by the district director during your term. As the president of the club, this Delhi One Toastmasters Club, do you acknowledge to perform all of these to the best of your abilities?
I do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roli Sinha. You are now installed or inducted as the president of the club. I would request all the members of the Toastmasters Club, Delhi One Toastmasters Club, to please understand that your officer team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability, to be the best Toastmasters Club possible, and to meet the needs of all its members, current and future. Your club will need active participation from each one of you as members to support and stand by the club officer team which you have elected. Do you as members pledge to work together with your officer team to make Delhi One Toastmasters Club one of the finest clubs it can possibly be? You can say yes.
Let's all unmute ourselves and respond.
Yes, we will.
Yes,
We will. Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
By the authority vested as the District Public Relations Manager, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers installed in their respective club offices. If our immediate past president or the outgoing president of the club is present in the virtual room, I would request the president to please address the audience for a short speech.
First, the IPP, right?
Yes, the current president or the immediate past president.
I think the current president can go. Toastmaster Oli.
Toastmaster Bhavya, actually, distinguished Toastmaster Kaushik Bhattacharya had suggested that first the outgoing president should deliver an address, and after that, the incoming president can address the meeting. So why don't you share a few words?
Sure.
Thank
So
you.
I joined Delhi One Toastmasters exactly 1 year ago today, and I can proudly say this 1 year has been a wonderful year for me. I got to refine my communication and leadership skills, made friends with so many people, and expanded my network. I learned so many things like managing a team or managing events or just leading everyone. So it was an amazing experience and it made me more empathetic and courageous. I'm eternally thankful to members of DOTM who have helped me in my journey, like Toastmaster Anand, Toastmaster Rodi, Toastmaster Sajal, Toastmaster Anirudh, who have always been a support to me and guided me throughout and helped me carve the true potential out of me. I'm grateful to all the outgoing officers, Toastmaster Tito, Toastmaster Bela, Toastmaster Avishi, Toastmaster Santosh, Toastmaster Karthik, and Toastmaster Anand for their support and great work during the term. And also the Associate Vice Presidents, Toastmaster Santosh and Toastmaster Devashish, without whom the present success of DOTM wouldn't have been possible. So a big thank you to all of you. And we are now President's Distinguished Club. So kudos to each and every one of you. Now I am very excited and elated to pass on this baton to the new EC, who is super thrilled to take on this new challenge and will definitely raise up the bars. And I can proudly say we will all be enjoying the next 6 months. They will be fantastic. So now over to you, Toastmaster Roli.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavya, and thank you for all your services and also to the executive committee who is currently in office and all the members for steering this club forward. I would now request our incoming president, Toastmaster Roli Sinha, and hand the stage and the gavel over to you. Please welcome the president of the club, Toastmaster Roli Sinha, with the thunderous applause.
Thank you so much, everyone, especially distinguished Toastmaster Kaushik Bhattacharya for assenting to install us all. It is a privilege to have the installation ceremony conducted by our district public relations manager and incoming club growth director. So just the Delhi One Toastmasters Club is very dear to my heart. It is my home club, and I started my Toastmasters journey from here. The first day when I walked in as a guest, I instantly felt at home. And after that, it was just a journey of growing myself, connecting with all the wonderful people around me, especially the Delhi One Toastmasters members and leaders who always guided me with all sincerity and positivity. It's the same kind of feeling that I would like all of our EC officers to have towards our members. It is our responsibility to make sure that we take the club to greater heights. It has been a long time since the Golden Gavel came back to our club, and this is one desire that I hope we will be able to meet for this term. I know that it will be actually decided in the next term, but we should pledge to make it possible for the next EC to come in and get the Golden Gavel for all of us. This cannot be done without our members. It cannot happen with just 7 people in the club. The IPP, I am sure, will be guiding us through it, but we will need all the support and all the positivity, all the guidance from all of our members. I wish that all of our members be very candid and absolutely connected. We are one club, we are one team, and I wish that we will be Delhi One, the one Toastmasters Club. It is not to say that the other Toastmasters Clubs are any less, but we will certainly be on the top with all of them. I hope that I have all the support from all of you. It is my honor. I am sorry. I hope that was a support for me. But it is a huge honor, and I understand the responsibility that has been entrusted. I hope that I can live up to the faith and trust that my club has placed in me and make sure that we all bring the gavel home. Thank you very much. I'd like to hand we have to have the awards presentation. Is it possible that I call back Toastmaster Bhavya Jain to do the honors? Because I have to start driving all over again.
Yes, sure, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavya. You've always been there for us, and I know that you will be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rudy. I would request everyone to please turn on your video so that we can take a group fee. We can do a one. Can anyone take the screenshot? Anand? Thank you.
Just give me a second. Okay, I will count. My laptop has had somebody else will have to take it now.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I took it. I'll message you.
I've also taken. Thank you so much. So, Toastmaster Santosh, can we see the certificates now?
Yes, I'm sharing the screen.
Thank you.
Can you see the screen?
Yes. The Best Speaker of the Day award goes to Toastmaster Anand Kumar. Congratulations, Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you so much, everyone.
The Best Evaluator goes to Toastmaster Sajal Jain. Congratulations, Sajal.
Sorry, it happened.
The Best Auxiliary Role Player goes to the Innovator of the Day, Toastmaster Shubham Rastogi. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shubham. The Best Role Player goes to Toastmaster Alok Kujur. Congratulations, Toastmaster Alok.
Thank you, everyone.
And the Best Table Topic Speaker award goes to Toastmaster Baldev Arora. Congratulations, Toastmaster Baldev. So, thank you everyone for joining us today. And it was actually a big meeting for us as the new EC has taken over their duties. And thank you so much, DTM Kaushik Bhattacharya, for doing the prestigious installation ceremony. So, and from the next meeting onwards, you will see new colors in this club. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, and hope to see you in the next meeting. Have a good night and bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And everyone.